Today, I'm going to be testing 5 beginner money-making methods that anybody can do on the Donut SMP. Every single method in this video is going to have a low cost to entry, so you can start them as soon as you join the server, or only within a couple hours of playtime. So yeah, without any further ado, let's just hop straight into it. So the first method that we're going to try is actually in the Nether, but for it, we're going to need to get 2 stone pickaxes. Now, the reason we're going to need 2 stone pickaxes is for the durability. Now, all we need to do is RTP into the Nether and look for... Oh, okay. I guess we're just in the end now. What? So I'm just gonna keep on teleporting until I find some blackstone. And there we go. Now, if we go to the blackstone on the orders, we can see one of them is selling for 1K. There's more for 920, 900, and the lowest you're probably ever going to see these at is like 800. All right, so we've got a stack of blackstone here, which we can turn around and sell for $64,000. And that didn't give me my money. This Donut SMP has been so bad today. I tried to record this video before as well, and the same thing was happening, but nothing fixed it except for, I guess, just waiting maybe like 10 minutes, because then I rejoined the server and I got my money and some items refunded. Oh, okay, my item got refunded at the bottom. I didn't even see that. I guess the order failed. Okay, but that bug was happening before. If we go ahead and sell those, 100K just like that. It's probably been like 3 minutes max. All right, now that we've finished with those 2 pickaxes and they're selling for 1K again. But after selling those, we're now at 250K in about 5 minutes. So doing the math on that, that's going to be about 3 million an hour if you just use stone pickaxes. But what we're going to do is purchase an efficiency 5 diamond pickaxe for 100K. That's actually way cheaper than they were maybe 30 minutes ago. But look at the speed on it now. So I'll be back in maybe 5 minutes, tell you guys exactly how much money we make. And yep. All right, so it's been about 5 or 6 minutes, and I got 10.5 stacks of blackstone. So if we go ahead and sell this on the orders, that's going to give us 620K in just maybe 5 or 6 minutes. So doing the math on that, if the orders stay at the same price, which I believe was like 926, if they stay at 926, you're making almost 7.5 million per hour with this method, which is insane. This is actually how I made my first million when I started playing on the server. And there you have it, $1 million starting from absolutely nothing in maybe 15 minutes. Absolutely insane. Well, anyway, back to the overworld we go for the second money-making method of the video. I would like to introduce the second method of making money. Dirt. Yes, dirt. Now, I know what you're thinking. How the hell is dirt going to be better than $1,000 per block of blackstone? Well, I wouldn't say it's better, but I would say it's about the same. Because if you buy an efficiency 3 shovel, so an efficiency 3 unbreaking shovel is going to cost you about 100K. But if we go down here, you can see that we can instantly mine this dirt down here. But now, how is that going to help if dirt is, well, dirt? It's not worth anything. Well, actually, if we go to the orders for dirt right now is going for about $50, which is still pretty decent, because in just a few seconds I was able to get over 3 stacks. And if we sell this, that's 11K in just like 10 seconds of actually mining dirt. So I'll just do this for a couple minutes and we'll make our order and I'll let you guys know how much money we make. Now that maybe took 3 or 4 minutes for an entire inventory. So we're just gonna go ahead, sell these for $45 each, slightly less than before. But that's 100K pretty much on the dot in just 3 or 4 minutes. Now, okay, I guess I was wrong about how much money you'd make, being that I said it's on par, because I did the math on that and it would be about 2 million an hour if you did it that way, like 1.8 to 2 million an hour or something like that. But yeah, so maybe don't do that one. If you can find a desert though, the sand is much better, because if we go to sand orders, 175 per 1 sand instead of 50 per dirt. So a desert would be much better for this method. Over 3 times as good, which is 6 million an hour, which I would say now that's on par with the blackstone. Now I went back to the first method for probably just 25 or 30 minutes, and I made it all the way to 3.63 million. So the next method we're going to try is order flipping. So let's just say we go ahead. This works really well with bones. So all these orders here, 20,000 bones at $165.51, 3.3 million total. And while this is filling up, I'll we have to do is collect these. And as you can see, there's one here that's already worth more. See right there, 190. And I just delivered all of that. There's 437K. When that probably costed me maybe 370K. I don't know how to count. But here, we're just gonna drop all of these so that we can fill these orders. And I went from 363 to 373. So I made 100K in probably 1 minute. And this is gonna scale with your money, right? You could have ordered way more if you had like 10 million. You could have ordered 60,000 bones. And then you would have made 300K in that minute because these orders just come in so fast for the bones. Plus, you can also stack the order flipping with one of the other methods from before, the dirt or the blackstone. You can also do this with netherite ingots. Just a couple of hours ago, they were about 4.9 million, but now people are buying them for 5.02. And you can actually take this a step further. If you want to wait maybe just like a minute for them to sell out in the auction house, they're going for even more expensive prices. When I got on this morning, they were about 5.18 million. So you can easily sell them for 5.13, 14, 15, anywhere near that range. And you can order it for 5 million, which gives you 150,000 profit. I actually went back to the blackstone method while I was flipping observers and pistons on the auction house, all the way up until I made $18 million for the fourth method of the video, which only took about an hour and a half. All right, so now that we're at about 18 million and in a jungle biome, we can go to /AH Amethyst Axe. Let's just buy the 17 million one that's 7 hours long. Now what this Amethyst Axe does is instantly chop down trees. So if we go to the bottom of a jungle tree here. Oh, okay. And there you go. The whole tree gets broken down. You get all the wood. And the reason we need all of this wood is because not only does a stack of logs sell for 17K each, and you get over a stack per one of these jungle trees, maybe even 2 for some of them, but you can also turn them into things like buttons, which a stack of buttons sells for 30K, which is already more than the logs. And let's just show you here. We get 4 stacks of buttons per log, so that's 120K. So I mean, that's pretty good. Now I'll admit they do take a little bit to sell, but if you're just in your base doing some AFKing, come back every like 30 minutes or an hour, then you can just have double chests of them and just keep relisting them over and over again. So yeah, I'm gonna chop down trees for a few minutes and we'll see just about how much money we would make if everything sells. But yeah, let's begin. We ended up getting about 23 stacks of logs in total, and 23 times 4 is going to be about 92. So 92 stacks of buttons. If we multiply that by 30, then that's 2.76 million in 5 minutes. Now obviously it's going to take some time for these to sell, but technically, theoretically, you made almost 3 million in 5 minutes, which means this method is technically 36 million an hour. And all it takes is one of these little axes, which, don't get me wrong, is pretty expensive. But you should be able to get one in about 2 hours or so of doing the blackstone method. Maybe 2.5 hours. And you can always settle for a 15 or 16 million one, since you could sell it back after you mine some trees for 5 minutes, get some of your money back, and then you can buy the more expensive one. So it took about an hour for those to sell, and as you can see, I only made about 900K. That's because over in the chat here, the price actually got massively undercut to just 11,000. Buttons worked for me maybe a week ago, but I personally, whenever I do this, like to use shelves because, okay, they're usually not this expensive. Maybe we should have looked at shelves. Usually you can sell 1 for 30K, which I guess this would be cheaper actually, but a stack for 400K is insane though. So yeah, you guys might want to do shelves instead. So yeah, anyway, let's get on to the final method of the video. So for this 5th and final method of the video, it's going to be the same one as my last video. So if you want to see me make $100 million with this small little farm right here, then I'll put a card in the top right for y'all to go watch that video. I'll also leave the design in the description, but how this works is you flip the lever, it'll push this piston back and forth with the observer activating it over and over, with 3 dispensers here that you can use, that you can order some bone meal and then throw it all into these dispensers here. Then you just grab a seed, any crop, doesn't matter. This works with anything that can grow on soil here. Hold right click and then you gain infinite crops so long as you have bone meal. So I'm just going to do this until I use up all of that 2,000 bone meal and we will be right back. So it's been just a few minutes here, but we have got a full inventory of wheat and seeds. And if we go ahead and order some wheat here, wheat prices are about $230 and seeds are 56 for some reason. What the hell? 76,000 for the seeds is kind of crazy. Literally like a week ago, they were $15. Probably 4 days ago, they were $15. But then that doesn't make any sense why wheat is so low considering that 4 days ago, they were double the price. But in just maybe 2 or 3 minutes, that's going to get us to 258K in just 2 or 3 minutes, which is going to get you anywhere from 5.1 million per hour to 7.7 million per hour. And it should be even more if the prices of wheat go back up. I also don't know why seeds are so expensive. Those are probably going to go back down fast. So if you're watching this when seeds are still about $40 or $50, I would just do this for a little bit because those prices are insane. But that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. I also am hosting a 50 million giveaway in my Discord, link in the description down below. And I hope you all have an amazing day, night, whatever it is for you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.